Okay, how you going? I'm David Widjaja. I run a digital marketing agency called I call a service business in called Five Stones from Wollongong. I'm building it to 100K in public. Right now, I'm at 51K. Every week, I'm going to show you the real decisions, the clients, the numbers, the questions, and what's actually stopping me from getting there and how I'm going to solve that. So, if you want to join this journey with me, go for it. Today, just a little bit about myself. I actually genuinely live in Wollongong. I actually do run a digital marketing agency and have been running it for a little while now. However, we are very much still bare feet, kind of very grassroots. So today, what we're actually doing is I've got one client that I'm super excited for called Bible Notes. And so yeah, here's what we're going to do. So today we'll be actually preparing for the launch of Bible Notes. And so Bible Notes is an app that exists for to solve two problems, one internal and one external. The first internal problem is that I know so many Christians um, who actually just I know a lot of Christians who read their devotions, who go to Sunday every week, and just feel like they don't change from day to day. And that's a real problem. You know, a lot of people who get converted to Christianity, there's this massive change, but sometimes there's this plateau that happens. Sometimes for lots of people who are born Christians, that plateau just feels like what we call life. Um, and I've had an experience lately where I actually felt like there's been a shift away from that, where that plateau has been lifted. And Bible Notes is one form that I think is going to help so many Christians do that. And so what it is we all take notes when we do Bible devotions. If you don't, you should. And we all take notes on a Sunday. And if you don't, you should. But sometimes those notes and that wisdom and that knowledge from the Bible is so rich, but never actually gets translated into actual living onside your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so Bible Notes is that app that will help you turn your notes into actual living, your devotions into actual action, your wisdom that you get from the sermon Sundays into real things that you can use to bless other people through your life as a witness. I love that. I really, really love solving that internal problem. So that's why I'm deeply passionate about Bible Notes. There's also an external problem that it solves, which is just the best thing in the world, which the vision for Bible Notes is that at the end of the day, the people who use it and every download that we get and every user who buys a subscription and grows with that monthly plan is actually donating their money to actually providing more free Bibles to people who never knew about Jesus. If that's not like the coolest vision in the world, I don't know what is. And so I think that's really, really cool. I think that's a super important mission. And I really want as many people to be on that journey as much as possible. So what are we doing today? We're literally preparing for the launch by building out a bunch of content that we think is going to work. And so let me show you right now what I have in mind. So right here, I use a thing called Notion. I have a content calendar, and so you can see I've already started building a little bit of content. Lots of these contents you can see we're trying to post as much as possible and do as many reels. And so all these content we've been building. So stop collecting sermons is one. You can see that I'm very direct. We've got our hooks. We've got our spoken hook. Now, I do use AI to help me help out with a lot of this content creating, and it's really, really wonderful. I built a whole AI brain for content creation, and it's just helped the business so much to actually not creating the whole content from start to finish, but just giving us a jump start so we can apply a human layer on top. And so you'll get to see that later. And so we've got stop collecting sermons. We've got some skits that we think is really funny that might work. Here's one. This should have music, but I'm going to add music inside um, later on Reels. Right, so using a bit of skits. These will help also with sermons. Now, these are the ones I haven't built yet. reading my sermon notes 3 months later. So, the position of literally you're trying to read your own sermons 3 months later and you're like, what the hell am I reading? It's confused. It's a relatable scene and everyone knows what that experience is like when the pastor changes slides before you finish writing. And so what we're really doing here is the reason why we have these content is because we believe that social media is no longer social anymore. It's really an attention agency that drives into that is changing into a trust economy, right? And so at the moment, how social media is working at the moment is how attention is grabbed is when really comedy is a big one. And comedy is basically when there is a normal situation that a lot of people have, and we just blow it way out of the proportion just to create some humor for it. And so when that attention is grabbed and we hold that attention, we can lead them to know more about Bible quotes, which is exactly what we're doing here. So hopefully it works. Hopefully we go viral. So you'll be seeing me trying to fix this up. There we go. Right now we are building sermon notes. Building reels for a new app launch. Bible notes. Okay. Cool. Test 1, 2, 3. Is this working? Yeah, I wish I could. Let's stream video. All right, sick. Reading my own sermon notes 3 months later. Months later, this one says fewer no product lessons. Okay, I do have a bunch of sermon notes, but I actually think I should create my own. So let's do this. Okay, here we go. All right, we got our book, and looks like we're following through the script that I made before. So we finished the ideation phase, and I guess this is really building in we did last time. So Peter. Important. remember. Share story. Okay. Okay, we're gonna try to build this out now. Here we go. I'm getting so many notifications. Okay. Great. We're ready to go. We're gonna start filming. Now, another thing I'm awkward at is filming. Check. Is this working?
How do you deal with rage?
Test. Test. Oh, it does work. All right, here we go. All right, so we got to film. We're gonna film me putting the book in. All right, here we go. Acting 101 is great. Custom email. Okay. Let's make this a bit higher. Okay, cool. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Put the color here. Okay. What chair? What? Forget what? All right, cool. We've oh, okay, now we need to film this. All right, cool. Made some reels. We're going to do a little bit more filming first. So I will show you what it looks like editing them soon. To edit. So we'll mark that as to edit. In the past, it changes slides before you finish writing. Yeah, this is good. Okay. All right, we're going to do this one next. This doesn't really have much of a script, so I'm actually going to work on creating a script. I'll show you how I create a script. It's pretty much using ChatGPT, but applying a little bit of a human layer on top. So let's do that now. I'm going to move everything into here and delete all these here. Okay, let's see if I can. I'll share my whole window instead. Actually, and I'll get some Spotify up for you guys too. Okay, great. Let's get some Spotify in. All right, cool. All right, so we're building this out. Yeah, so I need to. I'll show you how I make scripts. So I'll show you what I do currently. Currently, what's the case is that the truth is that I'm not a very good copywriter, and AI is always going to be 1,000 much better than me. And so my job is to actually not mindlessly use AI, but use AI mindfully. And so the most important thing is actually how can I level up myself and get AI to jumpstart my copywriting skills and caption writing skills, not just for me, but for my whole team, so that anybody who's onboarded can start learning the hooks and start learning the right way without learning from ground zero. So we really want them to learn from ground 100. And so my approach is called an attention brain, which is really just an AI brain. I will show you the MP file. So right now what we have here is inside my Google Drive, I have a brain that has actually just gone through and created, I've got 200 articles that I passed through. I got AI to figure out what is the best hooks that have these articles to talk everything about social media. They talk how you can create good hooks, what is good engagement, what does CTA look like, everything, which is really, really awesome. And it transfers that knowledge into actual real systems and execution skills. And so those real execution skills can then be used to actually allow AI to figure out which skills they need to use out of the library of skills that they created to work on the particular prompt that you're giving them. And so at the end of the day, an AI brain is just a massive amount of context, but organized in a way so that AI can efficiently go to the right tools, the right skills at the fastest way possible, so we can spend less tokens and spend more tokens strategizing and planning. And so this has worked super well for me. We've got an increase in engagement. I use it all the time. And so I've used it for this. And so a part of the AI brain is that it can help create skills for me. So let me show you how the AI brain works. Can you help me create a script for Bible notes for the idea? So this AI brain actually allows to do lots of things. It actually sets on how to create a really good campaign, how to create a campaign from start to finish across 90 days, which is really awesome. One day, if you guys ever want, I'll talk you through on how this campaign works. A lot of these principles are borrowed from an agency that I really, really love called the Attention Seekers. The reason why I love Attention Seekers is because they are one agency that one gives resources away for free, so that's really great. But number two, that is a part of their social media strategy, and their social media strategy works. One thing to find about agencies, if you got 1,000, I've met so many agencies who say they're good at social media, but they really only get 2-3 likes on Facebook and Instagram across their clients. And so their version of quality is actually not the standard of engagement that they're getting on social media, but the quality of how good the photo looks. And in my perspective, it doesn't matter how good your photo looks. If you're not getting attention on social media, you might as well not do social media at all. So that's currently the service that I'm trying to build at the moment, and I have been building and slowly been growing in that skill with my team lately. The joke is stronger if nobody speaks. Yeah. So here, like, we can see that it's trying to build out a script, but I don't think it's very, very good. So I'm just going to ask it to, hey, can you build out a script? You can see that it puts here what it's actually using: V2, A5, T3, relatability hit, right? So these are the hooks. And then the meat, you can see there's escalation and punchline. That is how to keep people engaged. CTA currently doesn't have any. That's also fine. But the idea here is that these are the skills that we were talking about. Pause to change the slides too fast. Yeah. Okay, cool. This is a lot better. So we'll use this script, paste it in here, and I'll improve this on the fly. You know, there'll be some ideas that happen as I'm filming, and I think that's the whole idea of creating these reels. And so you'll see me putting them together. And in classic TikTok fashion, we have to wear a jacket to show a different character. Great. Okay, great. That's cool. Okay, how can I make it look like slides are going to be changing on here? Let's see. I may have to use a laptop. So, where's your laptop? I'm gonna put this music a bit louder. feel like I look like a youth pastor. It's not bad. You know what? I'd be faster if I opened up to Okay, got this sick Easter presentation of something I presented during my Christmas Day. So that's really cool. So I'm just going to forward this to myself now so that I can share it. Whoa. Oh, it wasn't downloaded yet. Okay. Oops. Here we go. I'm going to share it to myself. There you go. Great. We are on the money. Should be good. Okay, here we go. So today I'll be talking about let's take a look at the script. Oh. perfect. Ideally, like I would be creating it inside the sermon reel itself, but we don't have time for that. So that will be how we do things. All right, get into my other character, my alter ego. Okay, take this off. Okay, here's where I act like I'm writing notes. So what I have to do is you're frantically finishing a sentence in your sermon notes while looking back and forth between your screen and notebook and the pastor's slide. Yeah, cool. I actually would love some help on this, but that's okay. We don't need help on this. So this is now me acting as the person. First 3 seconds. You're writing normally, look up the sermon slide, keep on writing, click. Okay, click, the slide changes, the pen and things stop. Slowly look back up. Oh yeah, I need to make it more important, right? Escalation. Okay, writing normally, look down, keep writing up. Okay, let's do this. Come on, prop. Okay, that's so dorky. Alright, we'll try another different one. Very dorky. Alright. I can't wait to pull this together and make these the final thing. Alright, that's ready to edit. Let's edit those. Can we film one more? Yeah, this is really, really relatable. Hyper relatable. Hyper. Open inside your notebook out. Tabs everywhere, highlighters lined up, moving notes around. Yeah, cool. Yeah, this is great. We can work with this. Okay, it's great. Okay. The great thing about this reel is that I genuinely have a very complicated Bible system set up. So this is hyper relevant and hyper true, and way too many notes. Again, things that don't get done in time. So let's do this. We are at 46 minutes of the stream, so I'm about to be hoping to be filming content for about an hour, and then doing editing for about half an hour. After that, I'll be doing a bit of client work. Jim and Carson, so we'll be sitting through that too, probably until lunchtime. We'll see. Yeah, and maybe I'll be talking through a few strategies, things that I want to create into reels eventually at the end of the day, which I think will be really good for socials, for my own socials. So here we go. For now, we are filming a bunch of my Bible system setup. Okay, great. Here we go. So hook, first 60 seconds, laptop open. I'm not going to use my laptop, that's almost what I want. I will decide to notebook out. Yeah, there may be a way to do this. I'm going to get rid of this junk here. It's okay. Okay. Oh, crap. So that's the one. Great. Red framework. There we go. Oh, sorry. It's already done.
Yeah, just no.
Udah. All right. Back to filming myself. Here we go. I need to sit up more. Such a bad posture. Here we go. Okay. Next is looks so small. All right, I think we've created enough content. So now is real creating time. You'll see everything that I've created, and it's pretty terrible. So let's go through it. So I usually like to do film in batches, get into an acting mood first and then get into an editing mood first. Again, I'm not an expert exactly in reel creating, but the whole point is that we grow our skill, right? So that we can get better and better. So yeah, that's the whole point. So let's do it. Let's go to CapCut, close. You can see I was editing a reel before for my local area, which is Lower Basketball, which is really cool. Got them as a client. I'd love to use them as a case study in the future so that I can get more clients. So that'll be really cool. So we are going to airdrop all of these videos to my laptop and start editing. Okay. Now, these are a lot of videos, so they're going to take time. So also take this time. Let's create a reel for socials. I have this thing called the attention brain, which is kind of like the standard of what I think every campaign should have as a minimum. Let me give you one really good example. So one example that I have is this one client that I have is called Strongher. This is an Indonesian activewear client that we are trying to build from. And so we were trying to prepare a campaign from them. And so the campaign here is pretty much how can we create a 90-day pilot so that we can build trust on 3 distinct products. Flow, which is from 3 distinct products, which is Flow, which is for yoga and Pilates, Power, which is for running and weightlifting, and then 3 is Play, which is all about paddle, tennis, and other type of sports, which is very trending in Indonesia at the moment. And so we got the term every way she moves, right? So the idea here is that you can see it's pretty distinct, and these are the campaign briefs that I give. And so the idea here is that we've got these flow, right? And so what is the overall identity? Well, here's the thing. People don't wear clothes just because of the quality, right? Let's be fully honest with ourselves. How often are you looking at the quality? There are a few bespoke people who are really kind of like, yeah, I care about quality a lot. And they're like, that's really good for them. They think about polyester, cotton, but how much further do you really go in terms of quality for that, right? And so the truth is that I think a lot of people actually wear products not because of the quality, but because it's an outward representation of their identity. That's another word for fashion, right? At the end of the day. And so when you're wearing Nike, back in the day, why you got so popular is because you're associating yourselves with a movement that is about doing. And then you would know that the most recent big uptake was Gymshark, where I didn't hear one thing about people believing in quality, but it was gym clothing, right, which is very bespoke. But there was an identity coming behind that, which is to thrive, to build, and to push forward. And Gymshark did an amazing job with that. And what did they do? They got bunches of influencers, built stories around them, and those influencers' stories bled into the identity of Gymshark as a story too. And so you can call it the Gymshark Bible at the end of the day, right? And so we want to do the same thing with Strongha. which in a world in Indonesia where it's a little bit different from Australia, women are usually more encouraged, if we can use the word nicely, to just be more feminine. But there are a lot of women nowadays who are super into weightlifting, right? And maybe their grandma or their auntie tells them, don't get your muscles too big, you look like a guy, right? That's the type of comment you'll get. Or don't push yourself too hard, right? Or all of that stuff. We kind of want to break that mold. And so, one thing that we believe inside Enemy and the rules that we have about a campaign is one, we believe that for everything that you stand for, there is also something that you stand against. And so it's important to state the two. What are you standing against and what are you standing for, right? What is actually you're standing against? And so here in this campaign, what we're standing against is that people who are just imposing cultural assumptions of what strong or strength looks like. Does strength look like a guy? I think not. Does strength look like just how much you lift in the weight of the gym? No, I think it's a little bit more than that. I think just as the person who can run a marathon has inner strength in her, just like the women who can bench, I don't know, 100 kilograms, which is pretty high for her. And so I think that's really, really cool and important. Um, and so the other idea is also is what is the social show or ERC? And so this is the whole layout of a campaign that if you're trying to build for social media, you're not creating services. You're not trying to create media that just explain who you are. At the end of the day, people go onto Instagram and they go onto Facebook and they go onto TikTok because of one reason. They want to take a break and be entertained, right? And entertainment and education follows really closely, right, between the two. And so the idea here is that if we're going to put ourselves onto Instagram, TikTok, and in Facebook, our job is to actually fill their initial desire first before showing up for their underlying desire. Their initial desire is entertainment, so we'll give that to them. The second desire is obviously our product, right? The product for finding a clothes that actually matches their identity. And so that's what we want to give to them. That's the idea. And the also idea of proof of reality, trying to be as realistic as possible, trying to do things as realistic as possible, is because of one thing. We want real women, we want real reactions, we want real interactions. Why? Because it just is what makes us human, right? At the end of the day. In the rise of AI and crazy short form left and right content, an attention economy, Alex Hormozy likes to say that we are transitioning from an attention economy to a trust economy. And so that attention to trust economy, I think, is so true. I think it's the only reason why it explains why long form is actually winning so much at the moment. And long form's broken down into short form is the equivalent of it. It's also the reason why I'm doing a live streaming to prove the hypothesis that we are going to a trusted economy and I want businesses to trust me. That's why we're live streaming. So yeah, that's the whole idea. Okay, so that's a little bit about how we're going. And so just to go through what that looks like, um, what are we standing against? Well, we're standing against on whoever decided what strength looks like. Does it fit under one definition? Does strength doesn't fit under one definition? We think no, there is not one way to be strong, right? We think the definition of a strong woman is that in the way that she decides to carry herself, in the way that she decides to move, that she discovers her strength by her movement, right? So how we're going to show that is people who use flow and feel like they're limited in their ability, in their mobility, in their recovery, in their capability. Women discover their strength when they move through their limits. With power, same thing. Other people think that you can't go faster, you can't lift bigger, you can't push further. Well, guess what? You'll show your strength by the way you moved past it. In play, people will put cultural assumptions on that you shouldn't be competitive, you shouldn't be loud about winning, you shouldn't be hungry to win. And the idea here is move past it. And so that's the whole idea that really flow, power, and play connect. not because of yoga, Pilates, running, lifting, and all that stuff, but because all of these are representations of how people are moving past their limits so that they can find flow, they can find power, they can find play. Yeah. And so we're working through that at the moment. Cool. Now that that's done, let's continue creating our reels. Writing normally. What are you wearing headphones to this one? Because I am shy. Okay, let's look on our first reel. So number one, we want to do one thing, which is we are going to be creating. Whoa, I skipped ahead. Oh no, I didn't. Reading my 7 notes. Okay, here we go. This is what we need to edit. Acting 101 is great. Okay, well, let's get the opening scene sorted. I want to try this AI clipping. Find your best moments. Nope. Oh. Actually, let's try this. Let's give it a go. Maybe it will work. Get clips. If this works, that would be pretty great. For now, we have also this. We need to. Acting 101 is great. Acting 101 is great. Okay, cut you. Just stop looking at that. I like that one. That'll work better. Okay. Yeah, we decided to go higher here, so we're just going to cut everything that was there. Some more scenes of the same thing. Great. Okay. Why? Why did I do it all over again? Oh, because I wanted to be more happy. See, it's playing around. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's so funny. Didn't know that. Okay, we're not using that. Delete that. I'm gonna put a link here. What chair? What chair? What chair? What chair? What chair? What? What? Forget what? Forget what? Okay, cool. We've got the reactions done. Now let's go through flipping the notebook. That's a good moment. Been a moment. Okay, let's start editing. This is too fast. I need to. Um, make it slower. I'll make it slower. This is where I realize I'm not CapCut. I want to make speed slower. So in speed menu. So speed menu? Oh, speed. It's literally right here, guys. Ooh, faster, slower. Oh, not slow. What chair? What? What chair? What? Forget what? What? Forget what? Okay, great. So this is all in order now, which is great. How much time have we spent on that? Let's see. We spent 30 minutes. Did we? That's actually crazy. Make colors consistent. We definitely want that. No. Okay. Let's do a default text. So what we want is to say, we're going to text reading my sermons 3 months later. Yeah, completely. Yeah.